All right, let's just get the ball rolling. All right, lots to talk about, not a whole lot of time to do it. I've got to tell you this ahead of time. If you don't know what you're doing in the Forex market, you can lose money. All right, but I'm going to teach you today what it is that you need to know. If you've done stocks, you've done options, you've done futures, and Forex is new to you, let me tell you what, this is going to be a cakewalk for you if you got experience in those markets, okay? I'm not going to teach you everything, but I got a funny feeling that I'm going to teach you enough so that you can get started in this market. This says, what returns are you looking to make? Normally, the people that I talk with want to earn between $2,000 and $8,000 a month trading. All right, they want to do something from home. If they got a full-time job, they want to add to that. Maybe they want to do trading as a full-time career. That's probably most of you, and it's hard to blame you. All right, you and I both know the opportunity is huge. We just got to figure out how to do it. $1,000,000 question is, how committed are you? I'm going to tell you that if you give me 30 minutes a day in the Forex, you can get whatever number you want. And we'll do the math sort of thing together today because it gets to be a lot of fun. Real quick, I got to bring this up. I want to help you take advantage of what's going on here. It's not a secret that the Brexit is on the table. June 23rd, they're going to go to the polls. We're going to have a big effect on the Great British Pound. I'll give you more details on this towards the end of my presentation, but know this, all right? If you're new to the Forex, your timing couldn't be much better because the way this market works, we actually know the day and the time that things are going to be moving. All right, Bank of England, ECB, going to announce a decision that affects the pound. It's going to create an opportunity for some of you here just to flat out make some serious money. All right, not just on that day, but in the weeks and months going forward. And it's right here in front of you. So my goal is to get you prepared to take advantage of that. Give me an hour, and I'm going to turn you into a Forex trader. All right, by the time I'm done, you'll flat out know more than 99% of the people on the planet about how to make money in this market. We'll talk to each other throughout. I'll get you talking like a Forex trader. I'll put a couple of tools right on your desk. There's a piece of software I'm going to demonstrate for you today that's going to be the foundation of your learning, all right, when it comes to this market, kind of the cornerstone of your success. We've invested over $1 million into developing it, and I'm going to show it to you live in the market. Then I'm going to show you a formula, all right, for successful trading. It's not a secret. It's just a formula, all right? Just some steps to cover that was discovered by the president of our company that's allowed not only him but our students to find success in the Forex. And once you learn it, you'll be ready to trade alongside our team here at Market Traders Institute. All right, market's open. So we're going to trade it live right now. We're going to use the software. We're going to trade that formula. And what I'll do at the end is invite you to come work with us for the next 60 days. Try out what I show you. All right, try it out, test it out, see if it works for you. And the best part of all that is anything I show you, you'll be able to take advantage of risk-free to you financially. All right, I am coming to you from the Market Traders Institute. I'm on the trading floor here. We got a 70,000 square foot training and trading facility right here in Central Florida. Founded in 1994. We've trained over 30,000 people just like you that have come here looking to trade the Forex. A lot of other groups doing this, I know it. Okay, but there's only one that's got the longest track record. There's only one that's got the most trained students. So I guess it's good luck, good fortune, whatever you want to call it. You're hearing from kind of the top group. In fact, Inc. magazine, what do they say about us? We're one of the fastest growing companies in the world. And our group gets mentioned when they talk about Microsoft, right? Talking about GoPro, Timberland, and our group, all right? We got there by delivering results. That's a word that I'm going to keep up with today, all right? Our track record is absolutely phenomenal. It's 100% results driven, and we grow because, gang, when people come to us, right, to become traders and they have a little success, what happens? They tell people, all right? They tell 2 people on Facebook. They tell 2 people on Snapchat. The bottom line is that's just an equal equation. That's how we continue to grow. So I got to help you do this today, all right? Now, one last introduction. All right, I got to talk to you about the chief, if only because he kind of steers the boat around here. Long story short, he's done all the interviews. He had a lot of success very early trading this market. Bottom line is a lot of people came to him looking for some help. Hey, what do you think? Can you show me that? His thought was to write a book, okay? His thought was write a book to help the most people. A lot of people got the book, but like anybody else, what were they thinking? Well, I got knowledge. How do I turn that into action? So they came back to him and said, can we do something together? Can we do something direct, right? So many people came to him asking that. That's why he started this group, okay? We do things direct, live, and hands-on, and we've been doing it 22 years. What's his little motto? It's not a fantasy, it's a formula. So the fact of the matter is, I'm going to show you that formula today. He's going to count on me to get you started. That's me. You already heard my resume. And I know your keys to success because I've trained traders for years, gang. All right? I've trained traders on the American Stock Exchange, the Toronto Exchange, the Australia Exchange. I put together software for different companies, different clearing firms, etc. So this is kind of my bag. All right, I get a kick out of doing this because I learned the formula works. Let me go show a few people. So that's what I'm going to do today. Let me get you through your first couple of trades. Let me get you through that first little learning part. All right, most traders that try a new market, they give it 3 trades and quit. Well, I got to get you past that part. All right, you found a good market. If you know stocks and options, this will be a breeze for you. I got the right people because they know how to make money. Let me put that together and have you show up, okay? When we get results, the commitment part sort of takes care of itself. Now, I don't know how many of you have a lot of experience in the Forex, but the way that I like to describe it is that it gives the trader every available advantage. All right, it's the biggest market. It's leveraged at 50 to 1. You don't have to bring a lot of capital. If you got $2,000, you could trade this market. You got $200, you can trade this market. All right, it's not like the stock market where they're going to flag us as day traders. We've got to follow NASDAQ rule 2525, have a minimum of 25 grand if we want to trade stock options or futures. Here, you can have a little bit of dough. All right, so don't cash in your annuities and your mutual funds just yet. With what you got laying around, you're going to get a lot of noise to be made with it in this market because of the way it's put together. It's round the clock, so you'll fit it in your schedule, and I can protect you with every trade because everything is automated. It's really cool, all right? And there's not much to learn. If you know your major currencies, you're 90% of the way there. Let me give you just a second to jot those down, and I'm going to get a sip of water while you do it. All right, I'm going to teach you the 6 major currencies because 90% of your trading is going to go through there. Are there others? Of course. Okay, we'll get to those later. Let's build your foundation. When I was a NASDAQ trader, I had to build my foundation on what? Microsoft, Dell, Apple, Click, right? The majors. Let's build our foundation on the majors, and then we can get fancy once we know what we're doing. All right, so Canadian, Euro, Pound, Yen, Swiss, and Australian. And all we're going to do is trade the fluctuation in the rate of exchange. Okay, trade the fluctuation in the exchange rate. If you know, looking at the exchange rate, how to kind of decipher it, how to talk like a trader a little bit, then you're cooking with oil. All right, if you look at this and say, okay, I know when I look at an exchange rate that I can exchange the currency on the left for the currency on the right, you're good to go, right? Most people already know how to do this because they've done some traveling, and they know exchange rates are broken down into dollars and cents. But traders look a little further to the right. They look at the last 2 decimal places. We call these the pips. All right, jot that down because it's important. We're going to trade tiny little fluctuations in the exchange rate. Doesn't look like much, okay? But the fact of the matter is it means everything to Forex traders. All right, we're going to look to capture pips, as many of them as possible. All right, now what makes the exchange rate move? It's all about strength or weakness. If I got a strong euro, it's going up in value. If it goes from 114.35, for example, up to 114.85, that's a difference of 50 pips, okay? Now I'm going to trade lots of currency, L-O-T-S, lots. And I know this is basic, guys, but let me get my new people just sort of caught up, and we'll be singing off the same sheet of music because I want to go trade too. All right, lots going on today, without a doubt. We're going to trade lots. Every time we buy or sell a currency, we're going to be buying or selling it in lots. Each of them is worth $100,000. Big number, okay? Let's make sense out of it. In the old days, you wanted to trade currency, you had to deposit $100,000. But today it's different. You're going to open an account with a broker that's going to match your deposit 50 to 1. What does that mean? Well, this is what's going to get you in the game. For example, you open a brokerage account, I'll show you how to do it in a second, and you put $2,000 in it, the broker you work with is going to match it 50 times. Well, that equals $100,000. That's 1 lot of currency. Now you're in the game. So what's the point? You need the broker to provide you the leverage, and they do it. Now, why do they do it? It's not out of kindness. It's because they got something in it, okay? The broker's going to collect what we call the spread. It's like a tip. All right, it's like a toll, it's like a commission, all right, whatever you want to call it. We call it the spread of between 1 and 3 of those pips on every trade that you do, right? When they collect the spread, they provide you the leverage. So that's a cost of doing business, all right? We all pay it. I pay it. Chief pays it. You'll pay it if you trade the Forex, okay? But now you see how it all works. And guess what? Now you're ready to do your first trade. Watch how simple this is, all right? Let's say you're going to do your first trade and you're going to go out and buy one lot of the Great British Pound. Well, what you're going to do is you're going to go to your online brokerage account, all right? This is an example of one here that I opened up with this company out of Toronto. It's called Oanda. There's other firms. I'll get to those at the end if you have questions, but it doesn't matter where you are, okay, whether you're in the U.S., Canada, South Africa, Australia, the U.K., you can open an account with one of these worldwide brokers, all right? Now, this account looks a whole lot like your trading accounts in other markets, okay? You got your currencies over here. There's the euro, the pound, the Australian, the yen, and so forth. You got a chart staring right at you. This is the Great British Pound. That's good because that's the one you're going to buy, right? And up here you got your tick sheet so you can keep track of your trades. How easy is this? It's point and click. If I'm going to buy one lot of the Great British Pound, I click on that. It brings up my order ticket. I fill it out right here. I'm going to buy one lot, $100,000, right? I'm going to hit submit. As soon as I do, in 1 second, okay, my order's executed. There it is, one lot of the pound. I got a little marker right here that shows my order entry. I paid my tip, right, my spread to get into the trade, and now I'm cooking with oil, all right? This trade is now active, terrific. It's married to this one on the euro that I put on a little bit earlier. Fantastic, okay? And it's really just that simple. Mechanically, I know you can handle that. Mechanically, I think you understand it. Theoretically, what do you need to know? You've got $2,000 in that trade, okay? 50 times leverage equals 100 grand. Now, let's say your trade works out. Let's say it goes up 60 pips while you're in it. Well, there they are, okay? Third and fourth decimal place. Well, how much do you stand to make? Well, that you just do some quick math. One lot times 60 pips, you're going to end up making $600 on that trade, okay? Important thing, you made it on $2,000 invested. More important thing is those pips. How much are they worth? Well, if you made $600 and it was a 60 pip move, it means each pip is worth 10. Go ahead and jot that down. Each pip is worth $10, okay? Now, 60 pips, how often does that happen? That's a good question because the last thing you want when you come to a webinar is someone to just throw fancy numbers up on the screen, okay? Let me just explain. Those kinds of opportunities are available every day. A couple thousand pips available every day, and you don't have to get all of them, all right? If I can show you how to get 10 of them, right, on a standard lot, 10 pips times $10 a pip, it's $100. That's $500 a week to your win column, all right? It's not all the money in the world. I got it, but that's $2,000 a month, all right? I guess that would pay the mortgage, maybe a car payment, whatever it is. So if I can show you how to do something that's easy, kind of fun to do, right, and you can get 10 pips a day out of it, okay, then I can take care of your mortgage payment every month. So that's kind of how I quantify it. If I can get you more than that, all right, out of this whole list, let's say I get you 30, 60, right, 30 pips a day would be $300 a day, $1,500 a week. If I can accomplish that for you, now I got you a little freedom. All right, so hang with me on this. And I understand that, gang, it's all about results, okay? If you're new at this, it's okay. What you do is you let the team that you're working with kind of get you out of the gate strong. All right, this is what we've been doing for 22 years here. It doesn't take that long. Sam at the top, he's a rookie. He says it. All right, Leon in the middle, he's been at it for a couple of weeks. Right, Chuck says I was at it for a day. But the bottom line is you've already got your first trade on, so you're absolutely right there. All right, let me get you educated on this, get a couple of tools, and put your team together. And if it makes sense, if I do my job right, then at the end you just can take a step forward and say, okay, let's do this. All right. One quick thing, though, that I'm going to quantify for you, because I did say at the beginning you can have a couple of $100 and still make noise in this market, and that's true. But I know that the examples I've been using up to right now have been based on $2,000, right? One lot of currency. Well, if you only got a couple of $100 or you only want to start with a couple of hundred, right? You just want to dip your toe in the water and see if this makes sense. You're not going to trade lots of currency if you only have $200. You're going to trade something smaller. It's called a mini lot. Go ahead and jot it down. You still get the same leverage, all right? You're just going to trade a smaller position. And by extension, the pips, they're going to be a little smaller too. All right, instead of 10 pip or $10 at a time, you're going to be trading for $1 at a time. Pretty simple. All right. Let me keep going forward because, like I said, I want to get to the live market, but I just want to show you structurally what this is about, because none of it's guesswork. None of what we do is guesswork. You're going to trade alongside somebody that knows how to make money doing this. All right? Bottom line is you're going to follow a plan every time. Now, what's the simplest plan? Buy, protect your downside, protect your profit, and leave it alone. The cool part about this market is everything is so automated, all right? It was built on all new technology. There's no legacy technology that we've had to shoehorn in here, okay? So everything is done with the trader in mind. If you buy something, that's the easy part. But look below you, right? There's the abyss, right? Everybody buys because they want to make money, but look below you. If you don't put a stop on your trade, you could fall out of bed every time. So what we do with every trade that we do, of course, is we protect ourselves. We build a floor so that if the trade goes against us, we're protected. Now, in this particular example, all right, Peter did a trade that had a 10-pip stop. Now, he didn't just set the downside, he also set the target. Why? Because when profits show up, you know, we kind of want to keep those. So he bracketed his trade, right, with a downside protection, but he also placed an order above the market so that if the thing goes up, he's out of the market too automatically. At this point, there's nothing left to do. All right, market's open 24 hours. If you try to trade this market 24 hours, you're going to drive yourself nuts, your kids nuts, your spouse nuts. You'll last about a week, and that'll be the end of it. But you don't have to. All right, you set it. It's only going to go one of two ways, up or down. Goes down, you lose 10 pips. Goes up, you make $800. Okay? You trade ratios like that, you need to be right 1 time out of 8 to still be profitable. Okay? These are the kinds of things that you're going to learn are not only possible but common when it comes to the Forex. So I think you've got this part. I think you understand mechanics. I think if I asked you right now how well you understood that, well, then you could probably do what you needed to on your trade. You see, you've got a trade right here. That's you. All right, but look down here. All of this down here is risk. So what do you have to do to protect yourself? Well, you got to click on your order, click on modify, and click on stop loss. Let's put a floor under this trade so that it doesn't fall out of bed. And let's see if we can't make some money while we're here. If I got you in at 142.12, let's see if we can't make $200 while we're here, all right, in an hour. That wouldn't be a bad hour spent. So let me go ahead and click submit. Automatically, look what happens. All right, my order's bracketed. If the stop gets hit, my position closes, right? There's no open order going to hang out there. Everything closes at once, okay? If my target gets hit, it's the same thing. Everything closes at once. So I'm protected to the downside, I'm protected to the upside. And if I don't like how far down my stop is, I just click on it. I can move it around wherever I want. All right, it's really this simple. So for the active trader, for the person that has limited time and even in between, all right, once you identify your trade, this becomes really a breeze. So if I've kind of got you so far to this point, if you're keeping up okay, do me a favor, just type a yes in the little chat box, because I don't want to leave you behind, or else this is a waste of time. All right, for you. I don't want you chasing after the train trying to keep your hat on, right? I want you to be sitting on the train kind of enjoying the view. So if you've got this so far, just type a yes in the chat box so I know that I can continue. You with me? All right, then let's go. Right, Dennis, David, let's do this. Sean, Bob, Victor, okay. I've got to show this to you. I'm going to use my software. Now, you got to pay close attention because I'm going to get this on your desk today. All right, I'm going to use our proprietary program, Market Traders Institute, what we call Ultimate Charting Software. I'll give you a download link for this when we're done. All right, you can connect your trading account right to it so you can trade right from your charts. It's awesome. All right, if you like automation, you're going to love all the buttons. For new people, you'll just see how easy it is to use and understand. All right, let me show you what 22 years of development looks like. You can do this. First, what do we need to figure out when it comes to trading? What direction's the market going? Where to get in, where to get out, right? Not trying to insult your intelligence, but I'm trying to state the obvious. All right, when it comes to the Forex market, this market does the same things over and over and over again. That's a fundamental difference, right, between this and any other market. Okay, this market does the same things over and over and over again. What we're trading is the relationships between two nations' currencies. Okay, understand something. When we look at the chart, we see that the markets develop patterns, and we try to observe the patterns using these candlesticks. Blue ones, market's going down. White ones, market's going up. Market never goes straight up or down. Sometimes it's going up, sometimes it's going down. It moves in waves. None of that is a secret. But here's what I want to do. I want to isolate one of these patterns right now, and I'm going to call it A, B, C, D. Go ahead and jot that down. All right, A, B, C, D, where we start at a low price, push to a high price. Then we have a pullback right here as it runs out of gas, right, gathering a little bit of energy before it moves up here to this high price. Low, high, low, high. A, B, C, D. Great. Okay, let me ask you a question. If there was a way to measure the amount of energy in the market from point A to point B, all right, and then we could add that measurement to another measurement of the amount of energy building up in the market, right, from point B to point C, so that we could tell where the market was going next, not just direction, but also how far. Do you think that would be a valuable tool? Right? If there's a tool, let me ask it. Type your answer in the box. And it's not a trick question, but it's a fun question. If there was a tool that could measure the energy in the market from A to B, then measure the energy building up in the market from B to C, so that that tool could tell us where the market was going next, not just direction, but also how far. Do you think that would be a valuable tool? Type your answer in the box. I'm going to get a quick sip of water. Sure, right? Yeah, what's he asking? If we had a crystal ball, would that be helpful? Of course. Okay. There is such a tool, gang, and some of you know it. Some of you are going to learn this for the first time, but it's called the Fibonacci sequence. All right, and I'm going to show you how this works in the Forex market. It's absolutely dazzling. All right, Fibonacci sequence. Some people call it the Fibonacci golden ratio. All right, what is that? Made by an Italian mathematician. You can Google him when we're done. All right, it's fascinating stuff. But what he came up with was a sequence of numbers, all right, a numbering system that can literally measure everything in nature. That's why they nicknamed it, I got it on the screen, nature's numbering system. All right, you can use this to measure the number of scales on a fish, the number of petals on a flower. You can use it to measure the human body, right? How long your arms are compared to your legs, right? The circumference of your head, symmetry. You've seen the diagram, right, with the human with the big circle around it. That's the Fibonacci sequence. It literally applies this numerical system to every living thing. And it is all about patterns and energy. All right, well, the chief said, wait a second, the Forex is all about patterns and energy also. So if we can apply that Fibonacci thing to this, that could be the edge that we need to make money with it. And the fact of the matter is, with a tool that's built into the program, now watch this, all right? With a tool that's built into the program, I can show you how this Fibonacci sequence works and how you can make some money with it. It's just that simple. All you have to be able to do is identify some low prices and high prices. What you're going to do when you have this on your desk, right, is identify a low price, we'll call it A, and a high price B. And you're going to click and drag. You're going to draw a line from A to B. And what's going to happen as soon as you do that, built into the program, right, automatically what will appear is what we call Fibonacci energy bands, all right? It's color-coded. Looks like a stepladder. You see it right here, right? If I can just identify points A and points B, the low and the high, and then I can see where it gets to that high price and it sort of takes a break, takes a breather, retraces, runs out of gas, right, comes down here before it makes a U-turn. Okay, easily identified, just looks like the letter U. What I understand is this, okay? I can identify the low point in that U-turn as what I'm going to call point C. And when I see that it lines up exactly with one of these Fibonacci energy levels, okay, I call them trampolines. You'll see why in just a second. What I know is this. This market's going up. It's going to bounce off that trampoline. So now I've got my direction. But because this is color-coded, I also know how far it's going to go. Market's going to make that U-turn. It's going up to here. Well, how do you know that? Because it's red. No. How do you know the market's going up? It's a good question. I want you to just hang with me. That's the first question I had, right? I didn't like the facetious answer because it's red, right? But when you see this and you see how it repeats, you're absolutely going to get it. Now, before that, all right, I just got to show you something. What if the market had dipped lower? What if it got to B, but it actually dipped a little bit lower before making its U-turn? Okay, what if it dipped down to here? Well, what I would see immediately is that the low price in that U-turn lines up with this blue trampoline. So what do I know? Well, if this thing holds water, right, if this thing works, what I know is it's going to bounce off that blue trampoline and come up here to this blue line. Same thing if it came down to the green one, it would go from green to green. All right, so I got red to red, blue to blue, green to green. And I already told you we came down here to this red level. So I understand what? Even though it hasn't happened yet, I've recognized the U-turn, and I understand, because I know that this works, that this market is going up here to this red level, this future D, which means what? Which means that this thing, this area, represents my profit opportunity. Okay? Now, if I'm currently priced at 127 and that future D is at 160, what does it mean? It means there's 3,300 pips waiting for me. All right? That's my profit opportunity. $10 a pip, it's 33 grand. Now, listen. I know you've been here for a while today. All right? But if somebody were to tell you, hey, there's a way to take $2,000 and turn it into 33,000. At the very least, you got to smirk and just kind of hear them out, because that's what I did. All right, go ahead and show it to me. And this is the part that dazzled me the most. When this was revealed for the first time and what I saw was this, I was dazzled. Not only did the market go right to that red line, but as soon as it hit it, the candlesticks changed color. As soon as it hit it, the energy ran out. And it was explained to me, no, the energy didn't run out. You just completed the sequence. Now you're starting a new pattern of energy. And the thing I heard was, gang, that this thing works over and over and over again. Because the Forex does the same things. It works in all currencies. It works in all the time frames. It's measurable. It's repeatable. And best of all, it's predictable. And I had to take you through that so you could see it once. But now I'm going to go live in the market. I'm going to teach you this formula, show it to you on the software so you can absolutely see it in action in a live market. So I'm going to go ahead and go live right now. All right, we don't have to delay. I'm going to use my ultimate charting software, and I'm going to stick with the 1 month chart. Now please write this down. All right, in order to analyze a currency, you're going to be using 3 charts. Okay, the monthly, the daily, and the 2 hour. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to do that now. By the time I'm done, you'll be able to do a full currency analysis on any of these in probably 1 minute or less. But I've got to take you through it first so you know what the heck you're looking for. Okay, let's go to the 1 month chart. We use the 1 month chart for one reason, to find direction. All right, I'm looking at the 1 month on the euro. Now, there's something that I've got to show you. All right, because if this Fibonacci thing supposedly works, all right, and it's a formula. Formulas don't just work some of the time or most of the time, right? Energy just doesn't work some of the time or most of the time. Energy is continuous. All right, so I'm going to take you back just real quick. I'm going to take you back in time just a little bit. I'm going to come back to 1994 just for a second so I can prove a point to you. And I'm going to come up here, all right, on my chart and show you that my Fibonacci tools, right, are built in. And it's just point and click stuff, okay? When I click on this tool, watch this. All I want to do with my Fibonacci tool is connect a high price to a low price, all right? The high price is the beginning of the sequence, so we'll call that A, right? The low price is the end of the sequence, so we'll call that B. And what did you see? As soon as I drew the line, right, those Fibonacci bands appeared, and there they are. All right, so I did A to B. I just connected 2 points. Now, what do you see? Let's go back in time for a minute. All right, what do you see? I've connected the 2 points, A and B. Let me be accurate and connect them correctly. All right, now what did you see happen here? You see that the market ran out of energy when it hit this low price, and it made a move to this high price. You can even see the U-turn right here. See the U-turn? Then we hit a high price, and what happened? Then we got a reverse U-turn, and you're going to get used to, right, just identifying those. That's pretty easy. It looks like the letter U. There's one there, right? There's one there. Simple, all right? Once I identify that, I've now identified my point C, It's this high price right here. Okay, now when I draw a line to point C, what do I notice? It lines up with this red zone, this red trampoline. Okay, well, what does it mean? It means if this thing works, it's going to bounce off that trampoline and head down here to point D. Now, how far is it going to go? Well, let's take a look at it. All right, if it's supposedly going to go down to point D from where it is right now, from where I recognized it, it means, right, that this market is going to head down to this level here, 83.23. You see this price, 83.23. Okay, well, if my current price is 105.90, all right, I've identified this U-turn at 105.90, and my future price is 0.8323. What that means is I'm looking at 2,267 pips of opportunity. All right, on one lot of currency, I'm looking at $22,670. Okay, that's if this thing holds up. That means it's going to be moving to the downside, so this part here is my profit potential. Let me just take it forward for a second to show something to you. As I come forward in time, what happens? My downward energy, all right, is maintained. Lower highs, lower lows, and you can see it. Until when? Until we come down to this point right here. Okay, we come down to this point, and then what do we see? We see a U-turn in the market. There it is. So what do I have here? I have the completion of the sequence, A, B, C, D. What do you notice? What you notice is this, that the market came down to this level, okay, and that matches exactly this price. A, B, C, D, it went from red to red and then made a U-turn. So I've just completed a Fibonacci sequence, A, B, C, D, which means if I'd gotten in this darn thing back when I identified it, I would have made 23 grand. And the first time I saw this, you know what I said? I sat up on the edge of my chair and I said, do it again. Okay, do it again. Anybody can show me something once. Show me how this works repeatedly. So I'm going to do the same thing for you. Just real quick. I'm now in a new energy pattern. The old one's finished, A, B, C, D. But the new one begins where the old one ended. Okay? There it is, A. Okay? Old one ends, new one begins. And we don't skip because energy is continuous. Now what do you see? You see a market that's gone from A, right, to B and then made a U-turn. So I'm going to mark this with a B. Okay? There it is. Now what? Well, I draw my Fibonacci's again using my tool that's built into the program. Just hang with me on this. Okay? There it is, A to B. Now what do I see here? I see that the market has come down to where? This green level, and then it's made a U-turn. So what am I supposed to believe? I'm supposed to believe that the market's going to bounce from here, this low price lined up with the green trampoline, it's going to the green bar up here, green to green. Now where's my price? I'm at 90. Where's the green bar? 98. Okay? So that means that's 800 pips on one lot of currency. That's $8,000. 400% on my money. Not the worst thing in the world. Let's see if it holds water. So what happens? I go forward in time. Okay, forward in time. Now look, yes, I had a dip here, but I maintained my upward trend because I did not have a lower low, so it maintained my upward trend, and look where it went to. Right to the green line, and then it reversed again, right? It ran out of energy at A, B, C, D, right? And then it reversed again. But I completed that sequence. So now what do? Gang, it's the same thing I've been doing, all right? I have another sequence that's begun, and I just go ahead and draw that. A, B, C, D is complete. Old C becomes new A, right? Because energy is continuous. And I just draw them out again. A, B, C, right? I've come down to the red level. I've bounced. There's a U-turn. Where am I going? Going to the red level, right? From here, I'm at $1. The red level's at $1.13, 1,300 pips, $13,000. Let's see if that one works. Okay, by the time you see this a couple, 3 times, you have to say to yourself, that seems to be working. All right, that's what I said. All right, I've seen it here. And now where am I in terms of time? Well, I started this back in 94. Now it's the end of 2003, beginning of 2004. So I've just shown you over 10 years that this thing works. Now watch this. Let me clear this off. Let me clean it up and show you something. All right, because I have a tool built into my program that actually draws these Fibonacci's for you to make your life a little easier. It's called, hold on, the Smart Fibonacci tool. See it right here? All I have to do when I click that is find my low price, okay, where I started. When I do, watch how many sequences in a row, okay, happen on the euro. I'm back here in June of 2000, and let's go forward. Sequence 1, completed. Sequence 2, completed. Sequence 3, down to the red line. Where are we going? To the red line. Boom, right to it. Sequence 4, completed and unbroken. All right, this one, where did this one come down to? Again, the red line. Now watch, watch, watch. Let me bring this down so you can see it. All right, if I identified my U-turn right here, okay, right here, see it? U-turn, and I had A, B, C is down here. That's my low point. It's in the red zone. And D is way up here at 154. Just the identification of that U-turn at 127 means what? My profit opportunity here is 2,700 pips. It's $27,000. Now, if I didn't believe it the first time, second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, sixth time, maybe I'm going to believe it now. Because when I take advantage of that, and it goes right to that point, all right, over and over, and notice, almost as soon as it hits that energy level, what happens? Loses steam, right? A new sequence begins. This is the basis of everything we do here. Those Fibonacci's and continuous energy is the basis of 22 years of trading at this group. All right, if I can get you to understand that it works in this market, then I can get you to understand how to put it to work for you. So if you understand that, what I just showed you, and you kept up with me, can you do me a favor? Type ABCD in the chat box so I know that you're still here with me. All right, that auto tool, you said it, that auto Fibonacci tool is phenomenal. All right, it's phenomenal. Just hang with me, because too, I got it. Listen, I understand where you're coming from, okay? But don't forget, if you've got $200 in trading capital, I'm not asking you to take a leap from a very tall window, okay? If you have 200 bucks and you've got an account open, I'll show you how to use it, okay? But if it all goes bad, it's like jumping out the basement window. It's not going to hurt too badly, okay? So hang with me, because I've got to protect your downside, or else this is a waste of time. So just stick with me, all right? You've got it, A, B, C, D. Was that everybody? Why did old C become new A? Sean, because energy is continuous, all right? Energy is continuous. If I had, here, let me just draw the auto fibs again, all right? Right at my low price, okay? Let me take it right back here. Just it's a great question, all right? See this? Delete. Here, A is the low price. B is the high price. C is the pullback, and D is the extension. I'll say it again. A is the low price. B is the high price. C is the pullback. D is the extension. But once you complete that, this is where you are. You're right here, okay? But you're on a new pattern of energy, okay? You have to start a new sequence. So it has to be inclusive of the old one, because there's no breaks in energy. So you're including every price, including every candlestick as you go forward. The C becomes the new low price, okay? Let me go ahead and delete D, and we wait for the U-turn to find the new high price, and there it is. Okay, so you have unbroken energy. That's the key to this whole thing working. Now, what do I need, right, the monthly chart for? Only one thing. The monthly chart's going to tell me direction. Now, most people who trade, what do they say? Well, it's easy to find the direction, right? It's obvious that it's going down. You draw a quick trend line, you're trending down, and that's fine, but that's a trend. It's not a direction. For direction, we have to look at energy, because that's what this whole thing is built on. So what do I have to do? Well, I understand that I'm trending down, so when I draw my Fibonacci's, I'm going to draw them from top to bottom. I'll draw them from a high price, A, to a low price, B. Okay? My candles, or my trampolines appear automatically. Now, what direction am I going in? Notice something. I've got my U-turn here, and this is my current price. What I have to show you is we're searching right now for the next U-turn, and we haven't quite reached it yet. We haven't reached a red trampoline or a blue or a green. Where do you think we're going? Well, I think we're probably going right up here to this trend line, but where I think we're going doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is energy, and the only thing that matters here is direction. And because I'm on this BC leg, I understand that my direction, right, is up. I'm pushing towards letter C. So all I needed to do on my monthly chart was determine my direction was up. Now that I've done it, I need to go to the day chart. The day chart is where we're going to start drawing a couple of trend lines. This whole thing is going to come alive right now. I'm going to use the day chart to confirm my direction. All right? I know the monthly said I was up, but I've got to confirm that on my day chart. Am I going up to confirm it or down? Okay? What I'm going to do first is draw a quick trend line just so you can see this. All right? You're all good at drawing trend lines. Let me just throw this one on here. Very reliable trend line going back to August of 2014. Right? Every time it approached the trend line, what do you see? You see that it acted like a very reliable ceiling. Okay? Until when? Until it broke through the ceiling right here. Okay? It broke through the ceiling here, and now this same trend line has become a very reliable floor. Okay? Very reliable floor. And then what happened? We bounced up off the floor. So what do we call this when we break through? We call that a counter trend line break. Okay? What do I know? We've broken from the sell zone, right, where every time it approached the trend line, it moved down, and we've broken into the buy zone. And because we're in the buy zone, I've just confirmed my direction. Now what do? I'm also going to use the daily, write this down, daily for dollars. Okay? So I can determine my opportunity right now. What am I going to do? Let me come forward in time, and I'm going to put the fibs on it, because the Fibonacci's are the key to the whole thing. I use the tool that's built in. I click on Smart Fibonacci. I go to my lowest price, and I click on it. Now watch. It continues to have energy sequences. Look, and I've got to prove the point because it's important. Okay? Look at this one. You've got a low price and a high price, A to B. What's happened? We've come down here, right, to letter C. Hold on, let me find it. We've come down here to letter C, and we've U-turned, okay, right to this red level, and we U-turned. Well, where are we going? You already know, red to red. So this thing should be going, check it out, up to the red line, all right? Now let's see where it goes. It goes to the red line, look at this, exactly, and then what happens? Once it completes the energy sequence, it runs out of gas, and now we're in a new energy sequence. Low price, A, right? A, high price, B, okay? Unbroken. What happens? We dip down here to the blue. It's not an accident that the U-turn happens right at a Fibonacci level, okay? And the more you adopt this, I know it seems cosmic, I know it seems almost unscientific, but it's totally scientific because it has that root in nature. And keep in mind, when I show you an example of this working since 1994 on the monthly chart, that's all kinds of different worldwide calamities, all kinds of different presidents being elected, all kinds of different booms and busts in different economies of the world. 1997 was the Asia, remember that, the bird flu and the Asia crash. I was in Japan at the time. I remember it. I was in Akihabara. Everybody was freaking out. That was included in the conversation. We had the 90s boom, we had the 2001 internet bust, and yet all of these Fibonacci's still hold up. That's the whole point of this. It's about energy, okay? Might seem weird to you, but for some of you, maybe making some good money for a change might seem a little weird, but you get used to it after a while, let me tell you. All right, ABC down to the blue trampoline. We're expected to go blue. Look what happens. Right to blue, and as soon as we hit it, what happens? We break down again because we completed an energy pattern, A, B, C, D, and it's all drawn for you. So where are we right now? We are, gang, right here. All right, we found our U-turn on the euro. And what are we doing? We're bouncing. We bounced off a red level. Where are we going? You already know. We're going to red, okay? We're going to red. Now, I know it's hard if you haven't done it before to just see it, all right? Well, it worked. Let's see. 1, 2, 3 times in a row, right? Maybe the fourth time it won't. Why do you say that? Well, because I'm going to do it, right? A lot of people think if they bought a pumpkin patch, they'd cancel Halloween. This is something that you're going to adopt, all right? You're going to start small. You're going to use just a little bit of money. Let me get you to the point where you're playing with the house's money, and that's when the fun's going to start, okay? Start with 200 bucks. You double it with 100 pips, okay? 100 pips. Now, let's find out how many pips are available on this, just so you know. I'm at 112.35 right now, okay? Right this minute. If my target is here, 121.08, gang, that's 900 pips, okay? That's 900 pips. That's $9,000. All right, that's the dollar opportunity. That's what you use the day chart for. You've just identified where the heck this thing is going. Now what do? Now I've got to pay attention because I've got to get you into a trade where you have a good buy and you have good money management and you have an opportunity to collect all of that. Okay, what do? I go to my last chart. Last chart. If you can get this, you've got it in your pocket. Okay, you're going to go to the 2-hour chart. You're going to look for something very specific. Okay, we already have established that we are in an upward trend, right? Monthly was up, daily confirmed it, okay? And I put the fibs on. We're on the BC leg, ABC, we're on the CD leg right now, okay? But what do we need to do in order to get a good entry? We need to get a buy low price, right? A buy low price, everybody's favorite thing to try and find, okay? I'm going to show you how to find it. It's 3 steps. First, as the market is trending up, okay, you and I both know that there's pullbacks. Well, on the 2-hour chart, what you want to do is find a strong pullback. You want to see a bunch of those blue candlesticks bunched together, right? A strong move down. That's your first step in what we call a 1, 2, 3 buy, all right? It's just 3 steps to finding a good buy, okay? 1, 2, 3 buy. The first step is a strong move down. What's the second step? The second step is this. You want the candles to change color. You want the candles on the 2-hour chart to change color, go from blue to white. And you want the white one to peek out above the blue one. Peek above the blue. All right? When the white one peeks above the one in front of it, guess what? That's your step 2. Candles change color. The white one peeks above the one in front of it. And what's your last step? It's down here. See this study? Some of you already know what this is. You know why they're wildly popular. It's because they work. I put the stochastic analysis on my chart. Now, how did I do it? Watch carefully because you're going to do this in a couple minutes when you get this download link, okay? You're going to click on this. You're going to click on indicators, all right? This little squiggly thing brings up a folder of indicators. Software comes fully loaded with all of these indicators. They are awesome. Look, there's even one called the Awesome Oscillator, right? Don't worry about any of them for now except this one, the Stochastic RSI. Click on it, add it as a study to your chart. Make sure, important, before you click OK, make sure that you've clicked the overbought box and the oversold box, overbought and oversold. All right, once you do that, then you click OK and it's added as a study on the bottom of your chart. Now, I don't have time to go through a statistical analysis. You can Google stochastics at the same time you Google Fibonacci. Okay? Have some fun with that after. It's all fascinating. Here's what I know, though. I know that when the stochastic calculations happen, when those squiggly lines are above the 80 bar, okay, that's my sell zone. When the squiggly lines are below the 20 bar, that's my buy zone. So if I'm looking to be a buyer, all right, I want to see the squiggly lines down here, right, below the 20. That's going to be my third step in a 1, 2, 3 buy. So it's strong move down, candle changes color, white one rises above the blue one, stochastic in the buy zone. 1, 2, 3 buy, that's where I buy. Just that simple, just that simple. I would go to my online trading account as soon as I saw it, all right? And if it happened to be on the Australian, I would just go ahead and click on buy. All right, there it is. Let me buy the Australian. I'm good to go. Now, what's the thing that I'm going to do first? I am going to set my stop. Where am I going to set it? I will always use my 2-hour chart and set my stop just below the lowest wick, right, in this little sequence. So the lowest wick I've got is on my white candle, and it's at 112.14, okay? My buy price is 112.25, so I'm going to risk 10, 11 pips on this. On a mini lot, I'm risking $10, $11, okay? On a standard lot, I'm risking $100. Fair enough? But watch what happens, all right? Almost immediately, I'll just go forward a couple of days. Almost immediately after I enter that trade, okay, I'm in a profitable position. All I'm going to tell you is this, all right, and you'll be able to test this when you get it home. I can't tell you what the future is going to bring, but I know that the 1, 2, 3 buy when it comes to this market has become absolutely my go-to, most reliable. It's my Barry Bonds, give it a bat, and it's likely to hit it over the fence kind of thing, right? The fact of the matter is this has given me the opportunity to be in the green the quickest, okay? And once I'm green, all the decisions become a little easier, right? I can raise my stop to break even, right? I can raise it to protect a little bit of profit, let the thing run. No matter what happens, if I'm in green quickly, all right, all the decisions become a whole lot more fun. Now, just to take this one forward a little bit, I want you to see, off of this entry, okay, this particular trade ended up working out pretty darn well. And things can happen fast in the Forex, all right? This trade ended up going, let's see. Hold on a second, I'll show it to you. All right, this trade ended up going to $1.16 from $1.1225. So that's what? Let me just measure it from here to here. It's 370 pips. Now listen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. So that's in about a week, $3,700. Okay, and that's on a 2K investment, and that was with a 10 pip stop. Now, do they all work out like that? No, all right, but there it is, okay? And this is the kind of thing that I enjoy talking about, because you don't have to bring the big bucket to make a whole lot of dough. And the market never closes. Futures market has a close. Options market has a close. Stock market has a close. You got slippage. You got overnight gapping, this and that. Because this market is open 24 hours, there's no gapping. Do you understand that? There are times to trade where it's more volatile. That's when the Asian banks open, the European banks open, the U.S. banks open. So it's almost like there's 3 bona fide sessions, if you will. But in between, the market doesn't close, and it trades through every price. And because it does, that means it can't jump over your stop. Okay? If it trades through every price, there's no gapping. Right? Oh, I got LinkedIn at 81, and it opened the next day at 98, right? Well, I'm going to be a beneficiary of that unless I'm short, of course. Then I'm going to be selling the house to cover my margin call. Okay? This market doesn't put you through that kind of turmoil, which is really one of the beauties of it. Now, what are you going to do when it comes to the next time you're going to trade? You're going to look for another one of those 1, 2, 3s, okay? You'll look for the strong move down here. I'll just take it forward for a second so you can see it, all right? You're going to look for the same thing I've been telling you, all right? Strong move down candle changes color, white one comes above the blue one, stochastic in the buy zone. That, gang, is a 1, 2, 3 buy. It's another opportunity. You set your stop, you manage your trade. Almost immediately, you're in profit. All the decisions become good. Now, was that one a monster? No, right? It offered about 40 pips. Okay, but if you did one lot and you made $400 and it took you a day, you add that to the $3,000 you made last week, you're not doing so badly. And this works in every currency, okay, every day. Look for the next one, all right? Do I have another one here? I do. Not fantastic. Another one that only offered a little bit of profit. But when I start talking about a little bit of profit, that's fun talk, okay? Looking for the next one. There's another one here. Hold on for a second. Okay, another 1, 2, 3 buy. Offered an opportunity, okay? Another one here if you missed the first one, 1, 2, 3 buy. Second entry here if you missed that one. So in this little area, you had a couple of trades with an opportunity, all right? If you missed this one and the profit that went with it, you wait for the next one so it comes into a low price. I'm going to tell you something. This here will take you a bit of nerve. Okay, because more often than not, when we trade and we see something that's cascading down, we think it's going down. We don't want it to fall out of bed without us. But if we're confirming what we're doing monthly and daily, then we're on the 2-hour. We're just locked and loaded. Your degree of confidence will come with your degree of repetition. Okay, another opportunity plus a second entry, and then look what happened. All right. Nice non-farm payroll announcement, got us into this position. This thing ended up being beautiful, a couple of hundred pips worth, and then what? We end up with another opportunity on the flip side. So let's see, that one was a miss. This one was decent. This one was decent, and it's current. This one was decent. This one happened today. Strong move down. Watch this. This was today's trade. This was a couple hours ago. It's like, wow, take a look at that, right? We're getting beat up. As soon as we turned, and we ended up with an engulfing candle, I had my stochastic in the buy zone, and now I'm up a few pips. So this is what I'm telling you you can do. And if you think you can do that, ABC 1, 2, 3, well, then you got to just give yourself a chance at it. All right? If you followed me so far, all right, I got to get a sip of water. Do me a favor. Type ABC 1, 2, 3. And I'll do another couple of examples, all right, so you can see what it is. Then I'll show you the pound because that's what we're focusing on, because that's what everybody's focusing on. All right, then I'll show you how you get started. But if you followed it so far, type ABC 1, 2, 3. Let me get a sip of water. I do drink Guinness, but at the moment I'm drinking water just because it's before 5 o'clock. I will tell you this, and some of you asked the question, how would I know if I had my 1, 2, 3 setup if I wasn't there? Okay, good question. Here's the answer. You can set up an alert on the program that will tell you when that setup appears. The alert will signal you on your iPhone or your Galaxy, so you could be at the grocery store, what have you. And you can also link your online trading account to your iPhone. So as soon as it's recognized on your chart, you link your account to your charts. You can trade right from them. I would say if you got the little notice at the grocery store, you just have to tell your spouse, hang on a second, I'm going to do this trade, and before the deli person cuts the roast beef, you've already got the thing taken care of. You understand? So this is really a cool tool, because some of those trades happen at 2 a.m. Some of them happen at 4 in the afternoon. All right? And I get it that we can't be glued to the screen, but that's what the software does, is it'll actually alert you when those setups occur. Now watch what happens. All right? You come home from work or whatever it is you're doing, you can either turn on the TV, turn on your charts. Okay, watch how quickly, now that you know how to do this, you'll be able to pull the trick. I'm going to show you the Australian, and I feel compelled to show you that the Fibonacci's work with the Australian also, just because it's a new currency. So let me just go back to 2002, draw my Fibonacci's. All I did, low price, high price, right? Where did I come down to? Where did I come down to? Red trampoline. Where are we going? Red trampoline to the red line up here. That's my future D. Okay, from 69, where my red level is, up to 96, that's $28,000. Look where we went, right to the red line, and as soon as we did, what happened? We ended that energy sequence, and it falls into a new energy sequence. It's absolutely awesome and stunning that it works in all the currencies, but it does. So what am I going to do now? I got to figure my monthly direction. I go ahead and draw my fib from my low price A to my high price B. Simple. Where have I come down to? I've come down to this price here, this blue level. Not an accident that it lines up with a Fibonacci level. Okay, well, where are we going? Well, if we're U-turning now, okay, we're headed from blue to blue. So we're on the CD leg. I've identified my U-turn here, right? That means we're headed here. We're going up. So that's my monthly direction. All right, I'm at 73.67. My blue line up here is 124.42. Don't you dare do the math, because I know that's 5,100 pips, right? I know that's $51,000, but we don't do dollars on the monthly. We do them on the daily, okay? Just remember what we did before. Draw yourself a good trend line. That's all built into the program so you can identify. Why is that a good trend line? Because it was very reliable, right, on the way down, very reliable until when? Until we broke through, right here. What do we call that? Same thing, counter trend line break. Now what? Now our trend line that used to be a ceiling is a floor, and we bounced off the floor. So what did I just do? I confirmed that we moved from the sell zone to the buy zone, which means I've confirmed our direction. Remember how to do this? It's awesome. So what do I do next? On my daily, I also do daily for dollars. And I'm going to use my fibs that are built into the program. All right, let me just bring you the fibs. What do? Click on Auto Fibonacci right here, and I go down here, find my low price, bang. Sequence, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, right? Awesome, continuous energy. Now where are we? It's drawn a smart fib for me, right? I've come down here to this red trampoline, and where am I headed? We're bouncing up. Okay, we're on this energy path. So what does it mean? It means that my dollars are between my current price, whoops, let me get rid of that. I'm making a mess here. Okay, I'm just not going to get rid of it. Delete. My dollars are in here between my current price, 73.67, and this red level, 79.57. Well, let's see here, 0.7357. From there is, let me just do the math, 618 pips. On a $200 investment, it's $618. On a $2,000 one-lot trade, we're talking $6,180, or a decent used Cadillac or some other type of vehicle that you could give to your kid to take to school in the fall because they just graduated from college. Let's go get that Cadillac. Go to the 2-hour chart. What do? Same thing I've been showing you. And it works, gang. Okay? I just highlighted the 1, 2, 3 buys. They don't happen all the time. Okay? But when they do, that's your opportunity for solid entry. This one offered 64 pips. Add to that another 100. Add to that, wow, another 260. So that's 360, and 60 is 420. This one wasn't anything special. Let's just call it 20, so 440. And now look, do I have a 1, 2, 3 buy? Good heavens, it's perfect. And that was a couple hours ago. Where is it now? It's still in profit. Now, if you wanted to take this trade right now, all right, your stop would be where? A little bit deep, right? Because the low wick is down here. So I don't know that I would recommend that. However, I'm certainly liking the way this is behaving. And since I'm in profits from my original buy, I would raise my stop to break even so that I couldn't lose on the trade. But what did I just show you on the Australian? Right? Another 400 pips worth of opportunity in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days. So that's $4,000. If you got half of it, you got $2,000. If you're brand new at this, you got 10% of it, you still got $400. And it's opportunity, gang. You just have to be there for those. Does it work on all the currencies? I showed you the euro and the Aussie, all right, just that quick. And why I'm excited about the pound is why. On my day chart, look, I've got a counter trend line break. I've broken from the sell zone into the buy zone, and I'm about to bounce off the floor. Look how beautifully this has come in to this low price. Okay, if we rebound from 201 just back to our prior high, we're looking at $14,000 on the pound in short order against the New Zealand. Same thing with the Australian. All right, this is what the Brexit is bringing for us, coming right down to these easy counter trend line breaks. Okay, bouncing off the floor, phenomenal. We're going to know how to trade this, and the 23rd is coming. Look at this one, same thing, a breakthrough, and I'm on this ABC leg on my 1 day. All right, coming down here to my trampoline, green to green, this thing could be awesome too. Another 600 pips, $6,000. All right, that's what I want you to be able to grab, and that's what I know you're ready to grab. All right, I can show you, listen, that I can do it. Other people like you, they've done it too. Okay, different kinds of people. All right, these are worldwide students. Every one of them came to a webinar, got started. Look at the results. Okay. John, 289 pips. That was trading with Josh like last week. Trapal got 200. Chad got 350. Sharon's up there. Sophia says, I set my trades before the announcement, made 350 pips in an hour. Not bad. I don't care who you are. That's serious money. Okay? Just imagine that's you, right? A couple days from now, you post on Facebook, hey, Josh, looks like this thing worked. I made 200 pips or 300 or what have you. Can't thank you enough, right? That's what I'm kind of hoping you'll do. And I know you're absolutely ready to do this. You just have to give yourself a chance, all right? If you think you can do it, you got to give yourself a shot at it. Now, some of you are typing questions like, how do I get started, or how much is it? Okay, if you're saying to yourself, I have to give that a try, all right, the key to that's going to be in the chat box. What I need you to do at this point, if you have any interest in this at all right, I've got to be able to reach you, so that we can dot I's and cross T's together. So what I want you to do is this. If you have any interest in this at all, type a good number to reach you in the chat box so that when we break, all right, one of my education specialists can give you a ring and we can dot the I's, cross the T's, get your questions answered, all right? After that, I'll put you into a personal orientation session so we can review what we did here today. I'll get you a download link for that software, and then it's time for us to go out and kick some butt. All right, so if you're ready to do that, you don't have to wait for me. If at any time you say, let me just do this, okay, go ahead and type in a good number to reach you, all right, and I'll get this software right on your desk, all right. When we break and make that connection, all right, I'll get you a download link for the software. You'll get a username and a password, all right, and the program comes fully loaded. Auto fib tools, everything I showed you, all the indicators, the automation, the ability to trade right from your charts, all the alerts. That stuff is built in. Now, normally that's $249 a month, but when you get started today, right, I'm going to give you 2 months free so that you have every opportunity to try it out, test it out, make sure it works, make sure those Fibonacci's work, that you get it, that it works for you, okay? And listen, you're ready to use it. I don't care if you were new to the Forex when I started with you. Look what you learned so far, all right? You know your 6 pairs, you know your leverage, entry, stop, so forth. You're speaking the language. All right, let me know. Did you learn something today? If you did, type yes. I mean, I hope you did. We've been here a while, right? And I hope this was worth your time. Have you learned something today? Right? If you did, type a yes in the chat box. Because if I did my job right, you have to know something. You are now in the top 1%. You know more about making money in the Forex market than 99% of the people on this planet, right? You did this in an hour. Now imagine if we get to spend some time together. Now is this all there is? No. Well, where's the rest? All right, it's right here. 12 modules, okay? And you can start this today. I'm going to give you access to these 12 interactive modules so that you can take what you learned today and keep going, all right? This is called the Online On-Demand Market Traders Institute Online University, okay? And again, you don't have to wait for me. Anytime you say, okay, I've got to know more. Okay, these guys know what they're talking about. Let me just do this. Type a good number in the box so that I can I can reach you afterwards. I told you everything I show you is risk-free financially, so if you want to get started, get on the team, get on a schedule to learn this, make this happen, just go to the chat box and type in your name and a good number. All right, maybe you put a question like, how do I start, and that'll be fine. Now, if you're short on time, I'm going to keep going. All right, But if you just want to get a few questions answered, like I said, type in a good number. All right, Bill, Bob, Will. All right, Bill and Will. Perfect the way you did it. Tom, Mauricio, I love it. Thank you for doing that. Okay. What all of you are going to get, all right, is a username and a password. All right, when you join the team, you'll absolutely get that. That's going to be your key to everything. Okay? And here's my favorite part. If you're not necessarily a fan of interactive online learning, I've got an opportunity for you where this is actually live instruction. So no matter what kind of learner you are, I'm going to cover this base for you so you have the software and the formula in your back pocket. What do I mean? Write down these dates, okay? The online university, you'll get that tonight. It's 24/7 access. You can share it with a friend. Okay, you got a business partner, your spouse, your neighbor, your brother-in-law, your kids. Show this to them. It's everything I showed you today. But I'm also going to teach it to you in a live market environment this week, Thursday and Friday. So if you're serious about this, you can reserve a space at any time, and I'm going to get you into this 2-day session. All right, market's open. We'll trade it live. What's the point of this? You're going to learn as you go, gang. That's the best way to do it. You'll trade as you go. You kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You build your knowledge and you build your account at the same time. And remember what I said, all right, on the 23rd, all right, Bank of England, ECB, going to make that big decision, all right? It's going to be an unbelievable opportunity for some of you to make some serious money, and not just on the 23rd, okay? We're talking about in the weeks and months that follow that. It's more than a couple of hundred pips. We're talking about thousands of pips, all right? I want you to be able to get those, and I want you to be able to say, you know what, I was ready to do it, because this is the kind of help that everybody needs, all right? They need that kind of mentorship, and after you get it, once you have it in your pocket, we'll trade live with you, all right? We do this every day, Monday through Friday. My education specialist is going to give you a schedule. What do? You make your cup of coffee, you sit down at your dining room table, you log in, we're live on your screen, you do what we do. All right, hundreds of traders around the world join us for these every day. Australia, the UK, Canada, the US, Malaysia, all right, and we always pull the room for results. Now look, these people here are real people, all right? They're no different than you. They came to a webinar, now they're trading. When we're done with our sessions, we say, how'd you do? And they throw a number up on the screen. Pretty impressive. It's because we do the formula, gang. The formula works, all right? And we're there 24 hours a day, all right? What I'm showing you is world class. It's what we call the Ultimate Traders Package. Education, tools, team of traders. We teach you strong. We get you out of the gate strong. We support you around the clock strong, all right? And the best part is we even guarantee you. What am I saying? 22 years. Here's the confidence we have. What we say is this: when you get started, we're not going to give you like 10 days to try this, or 15 or 30. All right, we're going to let you test drive all this stuff. Prove to yourself not only that it works, but that you can do it. We'll let you test drive it for 60 days before you have to make any kind of final decision on whether you want to keep it or not. Okay, so the last question is, course, what? How much? All right, let me get to that. Couple of ways to start. I'll just get through them real quick. You decide which one is right for you. All right, if you go to my website, it's markettraders.com. All right, when you go there, what are you going to see? All the items I showed you, the software, the training components, the education components, the support components are listed. And next to each one, there's a market value because they're all valuable. Great. When you add the value for all of them, for this entire package on kind of a retail level, what you see is it's about 14 grand worth of value, okay? And that's fine, and that's all online. But if you go to the website, what you're going to see is we've actually bundled all those items together. And when you bundle something, what happens? Well, you create efficiency, you create simplicity. It's just a chance for everybody to save some time and some money. And that carries through here, all right? Because when you go to my website, you can get the Ultimate Traders Package, MasterCard, Visa, or American Express, and it's not $14,000 or $15,000. It's about half of that, okay? So you can go to the website anytime you like and get on this team, $79.95. However, here at Investor Inspiration, we do things a little different, and there's a reason for it, okay? Because you spent this time here today, that time was valuable to both of us. You because you learned something, but me because now you're ready to hit the ground running, okay? You get in one of my trading rooms, you're ready to go. You get to the software, you're ready to go. So because of that, we give you full value for the time you spent here today. What does that mean? That means today you can get started with all of the tools, not for 15,000 or 8,000 bucks. You can get started for a one-time, and it's a lifetime payment of $5,995. It's a $2,000 instant savings from the online retail price, and here's exactly how it's going to work. Okay, those of you that have already entered in your number, terrific. We're going to reach out to you. One of my education specialists will get you on the team. I's dotted, T's crossed, takes about 5 or 10 minutes. What they're going to do first is give you the download link for the software, so you absolutely have that today. Okay, you'll also get a schedule. You'll get the online university plus the 2-day class. We'll record that for you. If you can't make it, you come to the next one, you let them know. All right, you're going to get all of the items that go with the Ultimate Traders package, but most importantly, you're going to get this, and it comes in writing. Let me explain exactly how this works. Okay, our guarantee says this: you can use all the tools that I've just shown you, not for 10 or 15 days. You get to use it for 60 days. Okay, not just the software, but you get to come and trade with us. We'll trade with you every day for 60 days. Okay, we'll do the Fibonacci's, we'll do the formula, and we're looking to get those results. And after 60 days, gang, you're going to be staring at some. And this is going to end up being a real easy decision. After 60 days, when you have all this education and you got some results, you'll make a decision. If you're getting the results you were looking for, the thing paid for itself, you see that you can do this, not just this month or last month, but next month and the one after. All right, you become that Forex trader that you were hoping to, great. You're going to keep the program. You're a member of the team. Perfect. But if after 60 days, if you say to yourself, you know what, it's just not for me, it's okay. All right, it's not for everybody. All we'll tell you is this: give us back the stuff, and we'll refund every penny that you paid just for trying it. All right, you got to be pretty confident in your program to offer it like that, because what am I telling you? Your risk is zero. Your upside's phenomenal. All right, now there's 2 ways that you can get started. Let me tell you exactly what they are. First one we call option A. Okay, this is what most of our students do. They take advantage of that $2,000 savings. They pay it in full right up front. All right, MasterCard, Visa, American Express, and it's fine. Right, comes with a 60-day warranty and 2 months of the charts. Now, what's option B? Simple. It's a financing option. All right, you'll put a little bit down, for example, to reserve your spot, and you can do that anytime. All right, anytime you're ready to do that, you just type in your phone number. Okay, what you'll be able to do with option B is put a little something down, get your foot in the door, get all the materials, but you get to stretch things out a little bit. All right, kind of a pay-as-you-go program. For some of you, that might be an easier way to get started. All right, because you can't fit $6 grand on your Visa card. I get it. All right, we'll come up with a payment plan for you that's comfortable, that's affordable, that fits your budget. All right, you'll just work with your education specialist to figure out exactly what that number is. But we'll make it easy. If it was uncomfortable, we wouldn't expect you to get started. All right, and I'll give you 2 months of charts with that as well. All right, so it's option A or option B. You got my permission to put your number in now, all right, and put one of those letters next to it. All right, like I said, 5 or 10 minutes to walk you through getting started. If you already put in your number, just give me an option A or a B. All right, discount, you take the A, put it by your number. Need to stretch it out a little bit, you put a B. All right, wow, look at that. All right, for those of you that did this, let me call your names so that you know I have a spot reserved for you. Tom, Stephen, and Aaron with an A. Great. I have you as A's. Javier, I have you as an A. Ahmed, Phil, trader number 7. Lisa, good. I have you as a B. All right, good. Good group. Thank you for doing that. All right, anybody else at the moment? All right, a couple questions. Sherry, don't worry about it. Just type in question, the word question, and I'll make sure you have your question answered. But put your number in there so I can get you that good personal response. But congratulations to all of you, all right, that are getting started. I'm glad you're going to be a part of the team. And I'll tell you what, for those of you that are taking action, all right, I'm going to make this even better. All right, for any of you that's putting in your number, right, I'm going to plan for your success. Now watch this. Instead of 2 months of charts, I'm going to extend that. All right, instead of 2 months of charts, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to extend that to 6 months. All right, I'm going to pay for your charts till the end of the year. So instead of 2 months for free, I'm going to plan for your success, and I'm going to give you 6 months of the charts for free. That's normally $249 a month. So we're adding some value to that. And one thing I absolutely have to mention is for those of you that start today, the chief wants to get a hold of you. Well, what do I mean by that? For those of you that have limited time, this is going to be perfect. All right. Those of you that want to start quickly, this is perfect. Option A or option B, you want an awesome way to get started, I'm going to give you the chief. All right. I'll give you 4 weeks with the guy that's the president of our group in his elite trading room the next 4 Fridays. Write it down. Right. His elite trading room. In this room, he averages, now listen, anywhere from 1,500 to 4,000 pips a week. And it's normally a $500 a month membership. It's awesome. And it's included, and you still get your 60-day warranty. All right, so that's called getting out of the gate strong. That's called letting the mentors do the heavy lifting to show you those results. So your downside's protected, right, at this point with the 60-day warranty. You're just worried about the time. Well, either way, if you got limited time or if you got a little extra time, you're going to be able to fit this in. All you got to do is take a step forward. All right, so with that, I really got to put the ball in your court. All right, every person that ever came here, heard this talk, started the same way. All right, they listened to the talk, they put in their phone number, they put an A or a B next to it. All right, James, thank you, I see your option A. Franklin, thank you, I see your option B. Perfect, the way you're doing it. Okay, go ahead. All right, option A, B, one way or the other. All right, you just have to take a step forward and give yourself a chance. So let me just recap it for you. All right, option A is a one-time payment. I'll give you 6 months of the charts, and I'll give you a 60-day guarantee. All right, option B, you need a little flexibility. I'll still give you 6 months of the charts, and I'll still give you the chief and the 60-day guarantee. The key is, though, gang, get your foot in the door so you don't miss this. I don't want June 24th to come and have you say, I heard that guy, and I heard him talk about the Forex, and I didn't get it. And the dang thing ran 100, 200, 1,000 pips. Right? And I didn't get started. They didn't show me how to do the basket trading, so with one click I can do 4 currencies at a time because I didn't get started. They didn't show me how to split up lots into mini lots so I can trade 5 different currencies because I didn't get started. All right? I don't want that to be you. I want you to take advantage of this. George Soros became a billionaire in one night because he took advantage of the currency market. All right, the Great British Pound is where George Soros became one of the masters of the universe. Before that, he was kind of just another guy. All right, but a leveraged opportunity to make stupid money is really staring right in front of you. Clock's kind of ticking on it. I just want you to get started. You got a warranty. All right, get the skill under your belt and watch this. All right, you're here for a reason. I'm trying to help you, right? You get started now. How about this? We'll see who's serious. Call that number. If you call that number, I'll save you another $500. All right? So if you're waiting by the phone for me to call you, don't. Call that number. Get your account open. I know you can do this. It's just a matter of giving it a shot. Really. And I know you can do this. How are we doing on our trade? Let me see this. David, I've got your number. Perfect, perfect. Who else? Got it? Nope. And don't think I missed you, David. Thank you for that. All right, good. And look, how's our trade doing? We're still in it. We got our stop in, okay? We got our target in. We got a little volatility. Let's see what we can do, gang. Take some action. You can do this. Now let me all right? Let me go ahead and get out of here. Hold on. What's that say? Option C, question mark. Okay. For the rest of you, I know what you're asking. Okay? Let me cover this one. Because anybody that says, is there an option C, is telling me one thing, that they know that they can handle this. They can do a 1-month chart. Okay, find the direction. They can do a 1-day chart, right? Find out if we're in the buy zone. And they can do the 2-hour chart to find those 1, 2, 3s. All right, but what are they saying? I need a little more information. I need a little bit more comfort. I'm just having a little trouble with the money part. All right, I'll give you 90 seconds on this, because hold on. For those of you that are still here, okay, if you had a way to get your foot in the door, okay, and I can do it for you, not for $15,000, all right, or not for $8,000 or $59.95. What if I could do it for free? Would that sort of help you out a little bit? Because if it would, listen, I'm going to give you 90 seconds, all right? If it would, I need you to type your number in now and put the word free next to it, because there's absolutely a way to get this for free. Oh, come on, really? A minute ago it was $6,000. Now it's free, right? Listen. There's always a way to do something if you want it bad enough. All right, and I'm here to tell you every single person that ever started with this program started the same way. They came to a webinar, they typed their phone number, put in A, B, or in this case free right next to it, and they got started. Some of the best traders I got started by putting the word free next to their name. So if that's the only excuse you got, I just got rid of it for you. All right? I'm trying to help you out. If that's the only thing that's bugging you is the money part, put in your phone number, put the word free next to it, and let's get that thing figured out. Okay, because this opportunity is one that you want to take advantage of. You come to Investor Inspiration, you put time on, to the side. You've learned something today. I just can't let that be an academic exercise, or it's pointless. Academic exercise is good for conversation. Okay, I want it to be good to make you some dough. All right, I know you can do it mechanically. Little 11-year-old can do it mechanically. Right? We've got to be able to turn this into an exercise that can make you some money, because that's why you're here. All right, if you've never done Forex before, but you've traded an option or a futures contract, this is going to be a breeze. So with that, all right, another 20 seconds, but I'm going to go. All right, call the number. I'll save you $500. Put in free. You got another 15 seconds to do that if that's what you need to do, or A or B if you've been waiting. Perfect the way you did it, Raj. Just so you know, I got your number. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Perfect. Awesome. All right, there it is. Gang, I appreciated you taking the time. This was a good time. All right, and I know I'll see you on the flip side. Thanks for coming to Investor Inspiration.